If I was a parent of one of those children in Idaho that was murdered by that monster, I would be absolutely losing. I'd probably be in jail. I would probably be in jail at the disrespect given my murdered child because of what they did and how they did it with this despicable monster. Reading this morning, we're actually finding out that the district attorney didn't even sit down with these families and tell them about this deal. So this guy, just so if you don't know, this guy went into this building, this house, in the middle of the morning, early morning, and he violently murdered 4 college kids. Violently murdered. I mean, he's an animal. Now the district attorney has made a deal with him so he doesn't get the death penalty, life in prison with no parole. And they didn't even discuss it and approve it with the families. I'd be calling for the immediate firing of the district attorney. Who does the district attorney think that they are to play with family members who lost loved ones and they can't even give them the respect to sit down and have a conversation with them when they're thinking about making a deal? They did it after the fact in a letter. An email was sent to them with a letter attached. That's how they notified these families that this man was not going to face the death penalty because for whatever reason, I don't know what the reason is, but there is no excuse. There is no excuse for this conduct by the district attorney in Idaho. And these family members should be calling for their immediate resignation. And frankly, I think they should be disbarred. I really think they should be disbarred. This is not a service to the citizens of Idaho. Now the citizens of Idaho are going to have to pay for this man for the rest of his life. They're going to have to feed him for the rest of his life. They're going to have to house him for the rest of his life. He's going to get in some sort of program in the system. And you mark my words, in a few years we're going to hear, oh, I found God. Please forgive me. I found God. Now I should be able to get a second chance. Those kids are dead. Dead. Murdered. Violently murdered. Their lives cut away by this monster. What is happening in our country, people? I mean, what is happening? We have American citizens murdered by illegal aliens, and the Democrats support the person who did it instead of the family of the victim. They actually support an illegal alien who came here illegally, who was violent before he got here, he was unvetted, and then he went and he raped and he murdered a young nurse. Same thing happened here in Houston, but this was a 12-year-old. This was a 12-year-old that wasn't doing anything to anybody, and her life now is over. She didn't get to experience anything because we had an illegal alien that came here, tortured her horrifically. And we have a Democratic Party that think it's okay and we need to support these people. Now we have a district attorney who has given this man an opportunity to have free food and a place to live for the rest of his life. Our country is absolutely imploding. And yet we have leaders who criticize a president who stopped a war 2 wars, three conflicts. And instead of doing their job in Washington for the last 3 days, they've been bickering and arguing. And if they fail to do this, you and I are going to have a major tax increase. But see, they don't care about that because they don't have to worry about it because they're all multimillionaires, thanks to the American public, where they have turned a good salary and they have turned it into a fortune on us. And we've been so stupid that none of us have been engaged enough to stop this from happening, where all of us now, we're barely making ends meet. We have major credit card debt. We have a hard time buying food. Some people have lost homes and houses and their own kids, thanks to the incompetency of the left in the last 4 years with Biden. Kids can't pay back their student loans. Young people, young married couples can't afford to buy homes because it's out of their reach. The American dream is in the shitter. I mean, do we live in the United States of America, or do we live in a third world country where our elected officials can make decisions without contacting and getting consensus from murdered family members? Really? That's where we are in this country today. I'm so disgusted this morning. I am just absolutely disgusted at what I see. Every single story I read about this morning is headed us in the wrong direction. It's up to you and me, people. You and me. We got to start making our voices louder and more apparent and demand. We have to. We cannot continue down this road of putting our head in the sand and hoping it all works out. It's not. It's not working out. If this bill doesn't pass, 68% increase in taxes. The average is going to be 22%. So that means today, in my businesses, I've got to look today, if this bill doesn't pass, of figuring out a way to generate another 22% of gross sales to cover the rate increase that I'm going to get, only because the Democrats and the idiots in Washington can't figure out how to do their damn jobs and represent the American people and make sure our way of life is secured and prosperous. I'm just so incredibly disgusted. Here we have a president that's trying to do everything he possibly can to turn this ship around, and every single time it happens, the idiots on the left are there to try to stop him for one reason and one reason only: prevent any success from Donald Trump whatsoever, because we hate the man, because we have derangement syndrome. We are absolutely obsessed with doing everything and saying anything to make sure that he has no success, which means we don't have them. 60% of the American people voted in December to put Donald in Trump to do what he's trying to do. And you idiots on the left are doing everything you can to tell the American people, oh, we don't care what you think. We're going to give you the big fat middle finger. To hell with what you want. And government officials that are supporting illegals and supporting murderers. And we wonder why none of us feel safe. It's an absolute disgrace. It's no wonder people want to leave. I'll never leave because I don't do that. I don't run. But I am so incredibly disgusted with all of it.